We are live. Not live, actually, but recording. Alright, people of the YouTubes, what is up? This is the amazing H coming to you from Roll20. We're going to be playing a little bit of a homebrew today, DM'd by our very, let's go with lovable, lovable. Our very lovable friend, Gray. I'm assuming that we're all going to be using our Discord names, by the way.
Go.
Everyone's good with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not giving you my real name. Fuck you.
I'm assuming. Okay. Yep, this is the fucker we gotta deal with all day.
I'm everyone in this world. Isn't it great?
We're playing a kind of a homebrew of the 5e system in a kind of a exploratory mission campaign where we'll be leaving the city with a group of people to create a new settlement and build up a new life outside of the city walls and in the wilderness. Take it away, Gray.
You basically said it there.
Well, introduce yourself and a little bit of your experience.
Shut up and I will. Blah, blah, blah. Listen to make sure I finish my sentences. Hi, Internet!
Yeah.
Welcome to the insanity that is the inner mind. I am Gray J97 or Gray on. I am, like you said, the DM, and although I am acting very crazy, I will actually try to take these characters in this game a little seriously. But given the players I have, don't expect too much.
Penny in for a pound, buddy.
Next.
Alright, I, your host, will be playing the character Mordric Selling, a sorcerer with a kind of an unfortunate backstory in that his sorcery abilities were very unusually weak for his lineage. He comes from the Draconic bloodline, meaning that his entire bloodline is usually crafts some sort of form of sorcery. Unfortunately, in his family, sorcery is sort of a big deal, and him not being very good at it kind of turned him into the black sheep of the family. And fortunately, we'll be getting more information on about him. But as a character goes, I'm trying to sort of give myself fuck.
Leeway.
I was going to go with a nerf. There you go, nerf. A nerf to his spells, trying to pick more spells that are less damaging, and tried to play a sorcerer character that doesn't do damage. So yay for Glass Canyons. You're off next. Glass Canyon, you ever heard of the term?
You said canyons.
Yeah, you said canyons, and you also said who is not a glass cannon. So
he is a glass cannon, but he's not a glass cannon.
Are you nervous, H?
Yes, a little bit. He is a glass cannon without cannonball. Let's put it that way. Hawk.
Speaking of cannons,
I haven't made those yet, but that's gonna be a night. No. Anyway.
Oh God.
My actual name is CJ. So everyone goes by, everyone calls me, and I really don't care. I'm playing the character Hawk. Unlike the rest of these people, which you'll probably notice later on, tragic backstories with family. Well, Hawk is a ranger. He's a human ranger who is basically raised by a clan of elves. He lived out in the woods, and, relatively simple. Well, there was only really one rule for the clan he lived with, and that was to never bring any form of any real technology. I know I say that, but I'm talking something similar advanced. Like, Hawk's got the only actual firearm in the game right now, which he created and took to his village, and so they kicked him out. Or not village, his clan. So they kicked him out of the clan. So, other than that, Hawk always had a thing for inventions and crafting type of thing. So he's made a decent living in the town. And now he's going to see what kind of stuff he can build in the new world. So yay, it'll be fun. So, you ready? Katana? I mean, said Katarina.
Well, currently it might be Katarina, as apparently Jack the Cat has taken over her set.
Can you tell we're amateur people?
Eh,
Everyone on YouTube is an amateur. That's why they don't have their own shows.
You say that, look at PewDiePie.
Yeah, have you seen PewDiePie? He's a cross-dressing weirdo.
is he a cross-dresser?
He
I
did
don't
it a couple
know.
times.
Sure that we're going to have to put unit wrestling on famous.
I don't know.
All right, great. You're getting dressed first. I'm thinking something frilly.
See, here's where you're wrong. I'll just wear a kilt.
Eh,
That's more of a skirt.
I know,
It's
but
still a man dress.
It's a manly skirt.
I'll go with toga.
Yeah, okay.
Oh God, Sam.
Well, apparently we're not going to get anything from Katana today.
Okay. I got my mic back from Jack the cat.
Was
No,
he
you
like
can
trying
literally
to use
pick
it as a
them up and move them away. You can pick them up, carry them out of the room, and shut the door.
or carry me to another room, shut the door.
That's what I meant.
No, I can't. Okay, Matt.
All right, this is Anne, ladies and gentlemen.
Anne and her character Katana. I was trying to say Cortana for some reason.
Mortal Kombat, not Halo.
I know, buddy.
And definitely not League of Legends.
I don't even get that reference.
I don't.
Jack, off of my laptop.
Anne, would you like to describe your character? Brief description of yourself or something.
I am a cleric who is very easily to be pissed off, and if you piss me off, you will get a blast of wind at your face.
This is
Enough
the
said.
point where we shall mention that she is a Tempest cleric.
Yes, she's a Tempest cleric with a rage boner.
And a god that will support her in all of her random
Ragey,
impulses,
ragey
Getting a full,
bullshit.
which
Yeah.
I will fully say is my fault for giving her that option.
Granted, I'm sure there's more than just yours that would do it.
Yeah.
And you want to give
All I
anything
know
about
is-
your backstory, or do you want us to figure that out as we go?
One sec.
Figure it out as we go, then. All right,
Yeah.
guys, we are having one more character that will be joining us shortly.
Hopefully.
It'll be Prince on the Discords. What was his name again, Gray?
Dante.
Dante Belmont.
Bel-
Hint, hint, hint. He'll be joining
I
us.
cringed at it too.
He'll be joining us in just a minute, and we'll get his backstory. I'm going to say right now that we did technically play one session before this. We started recording these sessions. Basically, all that happened was we did a small little meet and greet with our characters and did a little bit of pre-game shopping. That's about it. We are currently all gathered in a meeting hall, Gray?
Not a meeting hall, kind of like a meeting courtyard.
Meeting courtyard.
Yeah.
As
well,
we
Like
are-
an area roped off
Courtyard.
for when the royalty does decide to show up.
Right. So we are currently waiting for the prince to hear more about this adventure that has been being described in by Yellowers? Heralders. Let's go heralding.
Yeah.
Heralders and signs posted around the city describing a chance to gain gold and a new home if you're not happy with the ones you're at now. That about right?
Yes, basically. What
if I
happened was the royalty is basically going to the whole town and is trying to gather up all the people who are A, homeless, B, contribute nothing, or C, just want to actually do something adventurous, and basically sending them off to this new territory, which they now have recently come into ownership of.
Yeah,
Only
that
problem
doesn't
is,
sound-
it's kind of like the England to North America thing, except that you're going over land instead of sea. No one knows what's out there. We just really want to sell it because we own it now. That sort of thing. These idiots signed up to do it.
Granted, the other 3 idiots have signed up to do it. I haven't said yes yet.
Fine, I can make you write off your character. It's not that hard.
Makes new
Let's-
character
let's-
far, far worse.
I was about to say let's not, because as of right now, our only enchanter and potion maker has lots of goodies for.
Oh, by the way, Gray, we never agreed on what was the second 2 resistance potions I was getting.
You never asked what you, or you never said what you wanted.
Well, I said you want me to make a roll to see what I got, since it's kind of like randomized in the 5e wiki thing.
That's up to you. It'll be a harder DC if you specific one, or you can roll a random one.
Yeah, I'll just roll a random one. Random ones.
All right then.
All right, let's see here. 1 acid, 2 cold, 3 fire, 4 force, 5 lightning, 6 narcotic.
At this point, I think you should probably cut the recording until Prince does get here.
We say so much random bullshit. It's hilarious.
No, because when we're going over stuff like this, I kind of like don't want to have that in there.
Okay, cool. I'll edit it down then so you don't hear that part. Okay, guys, we are back, and we are joined by Dante finally.
Yes, my Discord name is Prince. I play Dante Belmont, who is a ancestral guardian barbarian, who's going to hopefully protect his team. Let's hope so.
I'm sorry, but all I can think is whip a bitch in the face.
God damn it, Gray. So I think that's all of our intros, kind of, sort of. I'm going to have to edit this down 100%. But let's get back to the game now.
Yeah, let's get to it, DM. Yay. Alright, so I don't know if we said it earlier, but we did play a little short session beforehand, and in it was basically just the characters kind of like meeting each other, interacting, because some of them already had lives in the city, some of them didn't have like very established places. They were basically interacting. Where we ended off, everyone had gathered in the courtyard where the kingdom's prince was supposed to come out to make some type of show and basically go over with the people who are planning to go on this journey. As everyone was gathering and getting ready, our cleric, Katana, decided she was going to use a spell called Gust of Wind and threw our barbarian, Dante, into a crowd of people. After which
all because
they met an NPC druid named Amelia, who had a kind of rivalry / they hate each other with Katana. And that was ended when our sorcerer decided he was going to play a trick by using one of his spells that, while all the week, was still strong enough to basically flip her skirt. She was wearing pants under it.
Now, to be fair, I checked first.
No, you did not.
I did. I asked you, is she wearing, what kind of armor is she wearing, and would it be pant related?
Yeah, she was wearing leather armor, so I said yes, she would, and then he told me what he wanted to do, and I was so glad I said yes. But as soon as that happened, her face went red. Fucking Mondrick over there is just laughing his ass off. I don't know what Katana was doing. Dante is just sitting there like, I'm about to die in crossfire. And Hawk, our ranger, decided he was better left to stay out and flip his hood up.
I didn't flip my hood up yet, but I am just like where I'm staying where I met Katana, which was on like the other side of the courtyard against the wall. But I have my gun out, cleaning it. It's kind of ignoring everyone else.
So, as this event has transpired, everyone in the crowd that had gathered staring at the cleric and the druid. Very few had actually noticed the sorcerer spell, so the main intent is on them because many people think that it was the cleric who did the skirt lifting. By the way, they are both female.
Just in case anyone was wondering.
So, as soon as they were about to actually possibly fight, horn sounded and the prince was finally to come out. Now, before we actually get to that part, is there anything anyone does in the moment besides Hawk and cleaning his weapon?
I'm still just kind of in the background, just enjoying my performance.
I'm still trying not to get killed.
Katana, what are you doing?
Staring at Amelia.
Oh, just currently as a quick little side note, I should note two things to all the viewers. First is that this is going to be Gray J97's first full DM campaign.
Hopefully.
He has performed a smaller one-shot, which lasted about 5 hours, and it went pretty well. And hopefully this is going to go just as well. Second thing is that our Lady Katana is a first-time D&D player, and we're going to be working with her quite a bit to get the ball rolling for her. So please be nice and let's be patient. Other than that, everyone else here is ready to go.
No, I want them to go to the comment section and rip pieces over my rulings and my ideas.
All right, guys, you have full permission to put Gray on blast. Enjoy.
Cause me suffering.
Excalibur. I just want Excalibur, and yeah.
Your game's pretty close. I'm going to say that right now, Dante.
No, he's not.
To me it is.
You're not that hard to impress, are you?
Hey, I made it myself. I'm very happy.
All right. So, as the horn sound, everyone who was looking at you two suddenly all snap back to the little area that was off for him. As finally, the prince himself does walk out after a couple of guards. The prince is a human. He has kind of silverish platinum hair, because I'm fucking weird, and eyes that are just one shade off of being pure white. He's wearing very fine clothes, and has kind of a short little in-between a cane and walking staff, as he walks with his hands behind his back, looking at everyone. Before he can say anything, a guard walks up and orders all of you to form into a line with who you think you should be partied up with. At this moment, you decide.
Who don't be part of with anybody? I go form my own line.
Well, since y'all are the only fellows that I know, I think we should all be a party.
Who is he talking to? As I think he only knows 2 people. Period.
He knows.
No, he knows. He knows.
4.
Yeah, he knows all 4 of you. Or
Yeah,
all
I know
of you.
all. I know all of y'all.
All
I know
4
all
of
you
who?
people.
He talked to you,
Well, I know.
That's one.
I know Hawk.
He knows of Hawk.
and he knows Katana.
I don't know.
Katana just threw his ass.
Yeah, but I mean, hey, she threw me, so she must be a good ally.
Okay, that's 3. Who's 4?
Yeah.
You?
4 is him.
He knows himself. Awesome.
Well, yeah.
There we go.
Anyway.
So I am going to ask: are y'all going to try and form a line?
I just said I'm going. Like I go to the front of a random line and just stand there. I'll make my own line.
And then I will follow him behind. Be like, yes, join us over here.
They might as well follow suit.
Well, the merrier,
Oh,
I
no.
suppose.
What
Hi,
about you,
we all know
Katana?
each other, so we should make a
I
friend party.
follow the sorcerer.
Yay! Leading the pack.
And I will at this point, realizing where she's going, I will pull Ash. Just kind of I will grab Dante and just kind of pull him. I'll step back and pull him back with me.
I kind of imagine like I'm walking, goes over my collar. I'm still like trying to walk. I'm like, oh yes.
Hold on. Let's let the Tempest cleric here get second place.
I kind of lean over, whisper, "Yeah, you're right. I don't want to get lifted off into another line. I might end up with a group of folk that I'm not very fond of."
By the way, just a reminder, Dante, this might be your best chance you get to actually get this man's name, as you still do not know it.
I still don't know this man's name. Yeah, and Dante still, he was like, oh yeah, haven't got your name, and he got blasted off like Team Rocket. So he forgot again. So
The name's Hawk.
oh yes, I haven't got your name, Hawk.
Yes.
Who goes there?
See, all my fears about being a shitty go away when my players start talking to themselves.
Oh, come
And
on,
then
Shakespeare.
I realize I have to bring order to this, and I
So-
will fail miserably. So, as you're walking, or as you're lining up, you are not like in the very front. You're a few rows back, and basically, the prince has said nothing this entire time. He's kind of just walking with his hands behind his back, holding would-be cane, and it's just like eyeing each individual separately as he walks by them. Finally, oh, actually, I would have to ask, how visible is the symbol on your shirt, H?
Not horribly visible. It's it's sewed into the shirt, so it's kind of like wrinkled up. As there is like a little bit of a sag on my shirt. But if someone tried to take a close look, they could get a pretty good guess of what that symbol is meant to be.
All right. Let's see.
Wow.
14. I would say yes, he does see it. So, as he's walking, he does see the symbol sewn on your shirt, and he stops momentarily, and then just his eyes go from the symbol on the shirt back up to you, and then
Do I-
he just
Like, do I notice like any like kind of like emotions in his face? Like, does he make like a scowl? Does he look happy to see me or anything else?
no. The way his expression right now is basically described as a drill sergeant.
He's
He
okay. So
has
just dead
this
face.
look of pissed off.
Okay. Was that after he saw me, or was that just in general?
No,
Looks pissed off.
This the whole time he's been walking around. That's the look on his face. This genuine
has
pissed
resting
off
bitch
at the
face.
world.
Okay.
No,
Resting
it's not.
bitch.
It's not. No, it's not resting bitch face. It's just I hate you all.
Well, I love him. No, I'm joking. No,
He takes another step, and he will then notice you, Dante, with weird fade tint on your face and shoulder. And he will actually like kind of turn his head slightly, and then like
kind of give a slight wave. Hello, Dante Belmont. Nice to meet you.
Are we actually close enough that he could hear that?
he's going in between all of the lines
Oh, okay.
separately, so he's like within 5 feet of you. He like after you say your name, he kind of just like raises his head in realization and keeps walking. Then he stops at you, Hawk, and he eyes your weapon suspiciously. After a second, he walks by and continues inspecting line, noting other noting other NPCs and characters.
Mm-hmm.
And then finally,
Over and go. It looks like our group was pretty popular, eh?
Who did you say that to?
Yes, well, Tempest Lady's in front of me, so I say that to Hawk.
no, the way it is, you're forming a line going horizontally.
Oh,
Oh.
okay. So
Okay.
we're about to do a hoedown.
Associate the Hawk, though. And she say fucking
No, I was going for more of a military ass.
I know. You know me.
Yes. So after after another 10, 15 minutes of him inspecting.
But
other
real quick,
formations-
as Dante does say that, I do kind of like, yeah. Imagine how popular it would be if he saw you go flying.
you hear a guard like off to your right just go, "Shut up."
Hey, at least I wasn't the one showing off my panties.
Oh,
Behind. Oh, I got to roll something. I have to roll something.
Dante's spidey senses are tingling. Something bad's gonna happen.
Oh, I'm pretty sure.
All right. You hear, but she doesn't do anything. So.
No, I'm not gonna roll it. I'm not gonna roll it.
Please.
She's out of sight, and she's not doing anything.
I know, but you know my main character.
Anyway, and now the guard is like looking at you suspiciously. Don't you dare!
I kind of like.
It has his weapon ready.
I kind of put my hands up in like a surrender like pose, like, "Hey, I'm not doing shit. It's cool, dude. I'm just saying."
Finally, the prince walks back up into front of where all the formations are lined up and steps on kind of a little stool, not very ceremonial, but it's enough to get what he wants done, actually stand above you. Sorry.
Also,
Who here?
oh, sorry. Sorry. Go ahead.
Who here believes that they can conquer the wilds of Amora?
Me.
And Dante's hand would not shoot up.
How loud do you say that, Katana?
Say what?
Katana, you're cutting in and out. What did you say again?
I have Zebanair's voice behind me saying me.
What?
I think she's using one for her skills, which is like she uses a booming voice, something like that.
Oh shit!
Is that one of her
Katana,
things?
she keeps cutting out for me. So, what are you trying to say?
Hello?
And
I hear
She's
typing.
apparently typing something. Booming voice.
we
Oh my
could
god.
hear you. It just kept cutting out.
Booming voice. Oh.
Cool.
I'm guessing you cast Thaumaturgy?
No.
No, she doesn't have that.
Yes, she does.
Oh, there it is. I see it now. Cantrip.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, all of you hear this loud, booming voice of what can only be said as me!
God.
Do we know where it come from?
Who's standing next to Katana?
I am.
I
Dante
am.
is.
All of us.
Make a Constitution save.
Woo!
Damn. Already off to a good start.
Yeah, like 5 minutes in, and Katana's already
Yay,
did
16.
something.
I don't know what has rolled disadvantage or advantage. That's weird.
Whoa, yeah, that one, baby.
Dante, I'm so sorry for your character.
Oh wait, I wrote that wrong, but yeah, take that one still though.
Yeah, it was supposed to be a save, but
Oh wait, that's a Constitution save. Oh shit, I still rolled that one. Never mind. God damn it.
yeah, sorry. Alright,
No.
so
Wait.
Roderick, you're kind of used to this sort of outburst, so it really doesn't phase you. Hawk, your ears, like, it doesn't really hurt, but at the same time, you find it annoying. Dante, which side was she standing next to you on? Your left or right?
I believe she was to the left.
Yeah, she was to my left.
Your left ear is deaf now.
God damn. Is he able to stay on his feet?
Yes. But he is clutching his ear.
Oh, definitely not him. I can't say with a completely straight face as I am like stone walled right there.
Don't.
I have not even flinched from this.
I.
Hawk's kind of like, finger in his ear, like wiggling it, like, ah.
Oh my god.
Jesus.
Like raise my hand, go, yes, me as well. Jeez.
Back up with the prince. He is standing on there. He is now pinching eyebrow.
Did
Or
the
Bridget.
other person take anything from that?
No, she wasn't standing close enough.
Damn it.
He's just like pinching his eyebrows and I need brave warriors to conquer the unknown. And this is what shows up. What will happen when we run into some unknown creature of horrifying display? Will you be able to stand in its defiance?
Yes.
Do you use thaumaturgy again? I didn't hear
Was
what
that
you
a
said.
thinking noise or was that a yes noise?
Yes, I use it again.
God damn it.
Gosh. I'm gonna be
All
deaf.
right. This time it's not as loud, so I'm not going to constellation. Very well. At least you're a prideful bunch of idiots. So that's one group that's willing to march into the face of death. What say the others? You see Amelia in the back just proudly stand up a little straighter. For
Does she actually say anything?
context for everyone who's watching, I explained this in the last session that she looks elvish in appearance, but her skin is chalk white and her hair and eyes are bright green, as she is an Azamar of the hunting god Malar. So, for context, what she's about to say, she stands up straight, full of pride, kind of puffs up her chest a little bit, and goes, "You will have the arrow of Malar. Correction, the arrow of Malar at your side." You just see the prince just kind of shake his head like, "Yeah."
Kind of whisper over to Anne. Well, I mean, it's not like we haven't already seen her colors.
Okay, and again, real quick here, just for a little bit more context with Amelia, the Azumar or whatever her race is, they're actually like half celestials, so
They're half angels.
yeah,
They have like the blood of angels in them.
but they're still basically mortal.
Yes, they're not demigods.
Yeah, sorry, figured I'd add that in there because I honestly didn't know what that race was until last time we played.
Look, I did not get a choice in this on who is coming with me. You have. I would ask that all of you try at least to not make a fool of yourselves. If all goes success, you will be the founders of a new city and empire. If not, well, the wilderness has very many unknowns.
I'll kill him.
Tell me that.
Question for the DM. About how many people would I say roughly are in this room currently?
It's not a room, it's a courtyard. It's open air.
Okay, courtyard.
Around 30 to 40 people.
30 to 40.
This
I
is-
kind of like.
This is like the area for if you're wanting to be the adventure type person to go on this trip.
Okay.
That's why he's being kind of like harsh. Face.
So, I kind of like raise my hand, like not like in like a student pose, but kind of like a yo over here kind of pose. And basically just my liege. This is roughly 30 to 40 people. Do you really think we can make a settlement with just this many?
He once again is pinching his eyebrows.
This is an honest to God question. Like I'm actually like wondering
I
like
know.
what his plan is.
You will not be the only ones. You are just this city alone. Other cities will also send their own settlers. This is just the ones here.
By your estimate, how long until they join up with us?
They will not be joining us. They will be forming their own settlements.
Then I return to my previous question. 30 people is not many to make even a city.
No, there will be more in the actual settlers. You, unfortunately, will be the quote-unquote muscle to do as I've said and take on the unknown.
But the whole time I've had my hand up, and as soon as he gives me that explanation, it goes down again.
Are there any more questions? Very well. For those of you who are unfortunate to have been homeless or poor enough to not be able to afford it anymore longer, you will be provided housing by the royalty. For those of you who do have homes, I recommend you prepare something in your stead for when we leave. There's no chance of coming back, and even if we are successful, you will not return for a very, very long while. The trip down will be harrowing, so I recommend you all gather as many as your own supplies as possible. Granted that the kingdom is not able to spare that much in its home, but you will still be given some aid.
My hand goes back up again.
Yes, you.
I like how he's upset with me for no reason. I'm actually asking legitimate questions here. But
You've been making crude remarks this entire time, H. Shut up.
To one person in particular, it doesn't mean. Anyways, what would be our mode of transport, or are we just going to be walking?
We will have some horse and carriages, but yes, a lot of the time you will be walking.
And by your rough estimate, how much will be our supply room in these carriages for our supplies? I assume that we're not allowed to bring an entire home with us.
It will depend on how much everyone brings. As I said, limited space, and we will divvy it up between the ones that have brought stuff.
Very well. Again, my hand goes back down.
Once again, we will be leaving in a week. At which point you will have whatever you have prepared to bring with you. You will have brought to a specific point, which will be given to you by one of my guardsmen. He gestures to one official-looking guard to the left of them, and then you will meet here, ready to leave on the spot at noon. Please bring some morale, some bravery, and for God's sakes, leave the stupidity. He then steps down off the stool and walks away.
I lean over to Hawk. I'm like,
no,
oh,
before you say anything, there's one guy in the front row, or actually, Dante, you remember him? He's the drunk drow you saw earlier. He's like, kind of just looks over. That guy's an asshole.
Is he referring to me or the prince?
The prince.
Does anyone do anything yet?
No, everybody's just kind of standing there, and at this point, it's kind of like, if you want to know where the supply drop-off is, you're going to talk to that guard. If not, then you're free to do whatever.
Lean over to Hawk. What was the prince saying? I couldn't hear.
I love to believe like Dante just has the most amazing face of awe as he looks upon the prince, and then all of a sudden, yeah, I couldn't hear any of that.
You're 100%
More or
right.
less, more or less, limited space on the dollies or on the car carriages. Talk to that guy, and I point over to one of the guards. If you need kind of supplies, and then be back here at noon in a week.
Okay.
Bring
Thank
whatever
you.
you want to bring.
But no, you might be carrying it.
Whatever.
I step out of line and kind of make my way toward the officials, but I don't actually go straight up to them. I'm just staying close to them.
Before you get a chance, the guard that had been next to you and kind of motioned for you to shut up. He like has another guard run up to him, whisper something like, "Boy, you."
I kind of like point at me like, "Ooh, me?"
Yes, you fucking blabbermouth. Come on.
I start walking. I walk toward up to him and follow him.
He kind of like
Nice.
leads you off. Does anyone else want to do anything before we cut to that?
Hawk
Can I
just
go with
goes to
them?
the market.
Okay, so Hawk's going to the market. Is there anybody going to follow him?
Anne says she wants to try to follow me.
What about you, Dante?
I'll probably
You're,
make a
you're still half deaf and your guide's walking away.
Oh God. I was.
Wait, which one is his guide?
It's up to him.
Better not be with me.
Jesus
I do
Christ!
not like Dante. What did Dante do?
For your transgressions against me, Dante, forever now shall your life be suffer and pain. Wow, what did he do to you? He cut in line.
I didn't even cut in line. I just walked around her. I didn't want to be rude and talk over her shit. Well, because I think your character is taller than mine.
Well, no, I wasn't there. Oh, but yeah, she is taller than you.
Okay, for reference, Katana, would you like to tell everybody your actual height?
6'3".
6'3".
Yeah, she is not
6'3".
puny in any way.
She is a cleric. She has quite a bit of strength. She is muscular.
She's carrying
She's a
a
blonde,
warrior.
blue-eyed, muscular 6'3" half-elf.
Don't fuck with me.
I know this reference doesn't go here, but for anybody who's ever Warhammer 40k, she's basically this battle.
Yes, she is.
She just doesn't have the power armor.
Yet.
Alright, so I'm guessing Dante and Hawk are trying to go to the market. Katana, are you being subtle about following Mondrick?
For once, yes.
How subtle can she be?
I was about to ask, are you about to just kind of follow behind him, or are you going to try and roll stealth and sneak along with him?
Stealth about it.
Roll stealth.
Need to roll stealth check.
Damn, I have no points of wisdom. Wow.
Oh,
I'm not even going to roll passive perception automatic 10. The guard kind of sees you and goes, "Hey, fuck are you doing?"
God.
Following my man?
Oh, jeez.
Go anywhere without him?
Sorry, but the invitation is to him only. You'll just have to wait out here.
You really want to mess with the cleric who has a
Oh, for fuck's sake. Do I hear this by any chance?
Yes. As
Okay,
he
I kind of
turned
like.
as he was leading you to say this.
Oh, okay. I kind of like just like turn to her and like do like the line under my neck, like calm down. Talking to the prince.
Fine.
Did he see me make the gesture?
Yeah, kinda, but not the whole thing.
Okay, I kind of like go like kind of lean into him, like whisper, like, "Ladies, am I right?"
rolls his eyes. By the way, we're going to need all your weapons.
I only do have my rapier on me as I take it off and hand it to him. And as I do, I hold on to it while he's taking it from my hand. Like, don't let go quite yet. Like, be very careful with this. You never know what might happen. And let go.
He basically takes his, looks it over, and basically, all right, he's your man. You can hold on to this for him. And basically hands the rapier to you, Katana.
Okay.
Katana, from your years of knowing me, you would know that's one of my very most prized possessions.
Mhm.
Also, he makes you basically raise up your arms to you. Are you wearing any other weapons?
No, everything else is I left at the shop. That was the only thing I ever carry on me, weapon-wise.
He nods and starts leading you. Don't worry, miss. We'll bring him back, hopefully in one piece.
Well, I mean, if I'm not in one piece, assume that everyone else is in less than that.
Why does the prince always attract these types?
Hey, you going on this journey?
No, think.
Exactly. Keep walking.
Was that a threat?
Huh?
Was that a threat?
No, that was a like. See, you're not tough enough to go, but I am. That's why.
No, that's what he said.
Oh, like no, just making a point of reference.
Go into full there and see if I can fuck.
Plan to.
He leads you down into the actual, not really a palace, but it's more elegant building than most. He leads you down a hallway where two other guards are standing, double doors, and he opens it up slightly. Or he does open up one door fully, looks in, and you will see the prince is sitting there in a chair, kind of with one foot on his kicked up, with his hand, with his two fingers pressing against his temple. He leans on as he leans on his hand. And
Is there another chair?
he basically motions for the guards to go away and you to come in. Make a perception check.
Yay. Oops, wrong button. Wow.
You notice something about him. As you kind of step in, what the prince you see kind of hollow, and then you realize that it's a fake as a blade is put against the back of your neck. What the
Cool.
fuck does the correction? He doesn't curse. What does the circle want with me?
Well, Circle wants nothing to do with you, actually. That was just a lie to get in here.
You wish you lied about being one of the worst organizations
no.
my father has ever been involved with just to get a talk with me.
Well, no, technically not. I am of the Circle, though they do not. Though I'm not here under their guidance.
You feel like a tap on your blade, motioning you to move a little bit farther forward.
I do so.
Yep. Shit.
He basically moves around. You can now see he has a long sword in his hand. And the blade is basically not being pressed to where it will actually cut, but is still hovering around your throat area. He kind of looks you up and down. Somebody from the Circle would probably clean themselves up a bit for this. Not to mention, I don't think they would have made themselves so obvious.
Well, I wasn't here to. I didn't come here to fight, obviously. So how about you put that away and we talk like gentlemen?
Who are you?
My name is Mordrick. You might have heard of me. I own a little shop down in the slums. It has a reputation for exploding.
You are not earning my trust very well.
Are there any seats in the room?
Aside from the one that the image
The
was
fade?
sitting in that is now faded, there was another. Yeah, there was another chair directly opposite.
I ignore his blade and walk around and take a seat. Well, to my understanding, trust is something you're in low of right now. So you not trusting me is perfectly fine. But at the end of the day, we don't really have many options on the table, do we? But nonetheless, I'm here to talk business, not war.
He takes a scabbard out and sheaths the blade, and as you notice, as he sheaths it, it turns back into that little cane thing he was holding earlier. He sits down with it resting against his palm. What have you been told of me?
The Circle does keep its spies around, I'm sure. And information does leak no matter how you look at it. Unfortunately, I've been told that you and your father are not on speaking terms right now. And that
We are
you
on
are...
speaking terms. Why do you think I have this voyage to attend to?
Alright, let me rephrase that. You're not on friendly terms.
Wow, an unruly child being angry against his father. This is much news, isn't it?
Well, apparently he sent you on a death mission, as you so eloquently put it.
It's only a death mission for those who are unprepared, which seems to be a lot of you.
Well, you get what you pay for, I suppose. Nonetheless, it's also been informed to me that you somewhat have a dabble in the arcane arts.
As if it wasn't just clear enough by what I just did.
A smile. Oh, come now. Anyone could pull off a small illusion trick like that. I'm talking about the really good stuff.
Unfortunately, I'm not that well attuned, Mr. Cards.
No, but it fascinates you just as much as it fascinates me. Hence why I'm here.
Sorry, but I find more satisfaction late.
I see. Well, that is unfortunate, though I still wish to offer you my skills on the field. What do you know of the shop I speak of? A few of your uncles and aunts and cousins have made their trips there once or twice under cloak.
Yes, everyone knows about the bastard swordsman or swordsmaker
Oh, I do much more than just swords.
who can make enchantments that are dirt cheap prices and keeps a hush-hush tone. No one would like to have the fact that they're buying potions or weapons or something that might be deadly. No, he kind of like holds up his little staff and twirls it between his fingers.
By any chance, do I recognize that thing on his hand?
You do not.
No, darn it. Well, yes, but there's more to it than that, I'm sure.
Yes, lies, secrecy, and the three components that make up all.
Alright, then let's just put this bluntly. I have a fascination for the arcane, specifically the things that do not exist in this world yet. I wish to create and dominate new magics. I think that resources like that could be helpful to someone like you, as I perform things that most are too scared to even tempt.
So you're familiar with going into.
Say that again, cut out.
You are familiar with going into the unknown.
In my own way, yes. This is why this trip fascinates me. But my shop is decent enough as it is. It makes a good profit, and I suppose you can determine that by yourself, that I am not hurting to leave this area.
What does this have to do with me?
Simple. You are the prince, you're going out, and I'm sure your first priority is to gain the resources you need to build the settlement. What I want is to leave, or what I want most is to discover new magics, as I already stated. This will be a very fine opportunity to me, assuming I have said resources to perform my studies and experiments. So my proposal to you is simple enough. I want resources that you can offer me from this settlement. In exchange, anything I discover or create will be at your disposal, without no questions asked. I pull out a notebook from my coat pocket. It's a smaller one, but I kind of just like toss it on the table in front of me. And this is just a sample of my studies, as I have many, many more notebooks of that. And I believe you remember which kind of notebooks these are.
He's going to use this. He's going to stop throwing his staff and use it to pull it closer to him, and he's going to try and read it. For those of you watching, no, the prince is not an idiot. H might be.
I am.
Oh wait, that's in save. It's supposed to be a check. Sorry.
Well, that's slightly better.
23. You see him kind of turn the page, and at first he's like annoyed, and then he starts actually trying to connect the dots, and starts succeeding. And after a moment, he looks up. He doesn't really have a look of joy on his face, but it's not the usual scowl he usually wears. He flops the book back on the desk. So you are knowledgeable, I guess.
I have my resources, as you can see. Again, a point, kind of like pulling out the collar of my shirt to flatten out the symbol on my shirt. Although they're not amazing resources, they have given me a chance to study where others have not even had the chance to reach yet.
Why is it that Circle themselves aren't here?
Well, as I stated before, the word around the circle right now is that you and your father are no longer on friendly terms. To put it simply, they are putting their chips on the best chance they have. Your father, not you.
And you're here out of your own selfishness?
You can say that if you want. I'm here out of curiosity, most and foremost. Second off, me and the circle aren't on friendly terms either. They disagree with what I am, and I do not blame them for that, though I do despise the fact that they decide to give me such a rut into life. I have no help from them. I have no resources from them. Everything I have and own right now, I have dug out the dirt myself. So, to say the least, getting a chance to go beyond even what they have would be more than enough to put a stick up their rear ends, and I would enjoy that to endless amounts.
So not only are you curious, but you're doing this out of spite.
The spite is just a bonus. Curiosity is my lead here.
What exactly are you that they hate you so?
Yeah. Kind of like clear my throat. I do not pertain the power that they possess. What I have done, what I have succeeded in studies, is to make up for my lack in magic. I am not powerful in their eyes, nor in many sorcerers' eyes, for that matter.
Can you wield a weapon?
I can.
How well?
I am decent. I will not say that I am a warrior, as the caliber of your father's army, but I can hold my own in a street fight for sure. And I kind of lift my hand up and I cast Spellfire, as a small flame erupts from my hand. It doesn't go anywhere; it just stays there as it emits a bright light. I do have power, just not what they would like. And I put my other hand over it to extinguish the fire.
The fates in their games. Very well. I guess there will be no harm in having you there. Unless you somehow set the whole camp ablaze.
Oh, did I also mention that I'm rather well at making brews?
So now you're going to get all of my subjects.
No, I'm just offering a bonus perk for signing me on. I'm sure that a settlement of this caliber will need many healers, and I am skilled in enchantments, brewery, and small bits of crafting here and there. I am a jack of all trades, if you would.
I am missing a bard.
Unfortunately, I can't help you there, though I can be humorous at time from time.
Oh, I'm sure about that. Very well.
But the point here is, I wish to make a deal. I wish to make that deal with you. Simply a good picking of the resources gained from your scavenging teams, and in exchange, my services are at your disposal. Again, without a question.
Very well then. You'll just have to meet with the rest of the people at the place that we discussed, as I did outside.
I nod. Very well. I kind of raise my hand to shake his, and he goes,
He does stand up and actually does shake it.
as my hand is entwined with it, or clasped with his. Fate's just another way of saying you have been dealt a bad hand. Don't trust it. This with a dark smile, I turn and start to walk away.
Oh, trust me, I know what it's like to have a bad hand to win the pot. So is that all you're going to do now?
Yep, I do a slight bow and start walking away.
As soon as you go to like bow, he kind of like doesn't like hit you, but taps you with the cane. Do not do that royalty bullshit with me.
I laugh. Very well, as you say. I suppose you can't be a king of a place that doesn't exist, am I right?
Ha ha ha. Don't remind me of what I might have to do as a birthright.
After that little exchange, I do start walking away.
I will say, like, after you exit the guard is sitting there waiting and guides you back out, you'll see like a little great horned owl sitting outside the window hallway.
Oh, joy.
And it's just like eyeing you suspiciously.
Is the owl holding anything?
No.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
For those of you who do not know at home, great horned owls are very detailed in their expressions. So whenever I say it's eyeing him suspiciously, it literally looks like it's got his eyebrows where it's like, really?
Well, while I'm here, I'm going to cast Detect Magic on it.
What exactly does Take Magic do? Just
It lights up anything that has magical properties will. Oops, sorry, didn't mean to click it twice. If you sense magic in this way, you can use your action to see a faint aura around the visible creature or object in the aura that bears magic, and you will learn its school of magic, if any. The spell can penetrate through most barriers, but is blocked by 1 foot of stone and 1 inch of common metal.
yes, there's an aura around this.
Am I able to detect the school of magic?
It is conjuration.
Okay, so it's a familiar type. Awesome. Alright, that's what I automatically assume.
That's what you.
Does he have any prison symbols on him, or markings?
No.
Okay. As I'm walking past it, I just kind of go like, what?
Al just like kind of rolls his eyes and turns his head almost impossibly around.
I chuckle as I walk past it.
Is that all you do now?
It is. I keep walking with the
Alright.
guard.
You leave back out without any incident. Katana, are you still waiting for him?
Yes.
All right. You see him exit out with the guard again, as he is like shown, like gestured that he's free to go, and starts walking towards you, unless he chooses otherwise.
By the way, I didn't state it, but I did pick up my notebook.
I kind of assumed.
Yeah, but just in case anyone was wondering, I did do that. So, yeah, I exit, and kind of like just like hold my hand out for my rapier.
And I hand it to him carefully.
After a little bit of readjusting it, it does get fitted back to my belt. And all right, I guess I'm going.
Oh,
Speaking of, we should probably get in line. Can I point over to the area where we're supposed to talk to the guards or the officials, whoever it was?
Katana, did you do that while he was there talking?
no, I waited for him.
Okay. You'll look now. The line has kind of gone down. So there's only one or two people going to really talk to him.
Oh, because if it was a long line, I'd blast them with the gust of wind and make them all go away.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
This is our
Gust of wind's
cleric, ladies and gentlemen. Our cleric.
Gust of wind too powerful. Nerf by 50%.
The one who's supposed to heal people.
Well, thankfully, gust of wind doesn't do damage. Yay!
True.
Till they hit objects and it's light.
Well, at that point, it's their fault, isn't it?
Aye,
So I take her hand and lead her to the back of the line.
aye. Aww.
And I assume we're going to be waiting some time, so let's go ahead and do a scene switch.